Navigating through the software. A couple of things that we've added are what we like to call zippers, and the zippers behave pretty much like this. You either zip them open or you zip them close, and we have a couple different ones. Depending on what menus you're in, there may be a couple more that show up. Um, but essentially, they're pretty simple. They just give you a little bit more information to utilize and do and change. We've got layers in here. We can turn layers on and off by selecting them either from the map, and we can turn that one off or back on. You can also isolate certain layers, turn everything else off, turn everything else back on. You can do multiple things. So maybe I want these 3, 4, 5 layers on and everything else off. I can turn everything else on and off. You've got definitely some options. Again, you can pick them from the map. We'll clear this out and I'll zoom in, and maybe I want to see only the grids and the walls and the stairs, and everything else I want to turn off. So I've got some options there, turning things on and off. I can also go and utilize the specific new layer name. I can create a new layer if I need to. Um, So that's located in the information zipper. Information is basically just clicking on a point and getting some information about it. It happens to be a light fixture, and here is its information. Or I can pick on, for example, a sleeve and get some information about that. I think I've got a sleeve around here somewhere. Zoomed in too far. Yeah, right here. So here's a sleeve, and the information on that is a 2-inch floor sleeve. So I can get information from points. The other thing that I can do is I can go to my map options, and I can adjust the visibility of my points by choosing the names, the descriptions, and the elevations. As you can see, my map starts to get a little bit messy, but I can zoom in and see that. I can change the background to black, to a blue model line work, or back to a white background with the standard CAD colors that were applied. I can also switch it to a solid model. Well, what does that do? Well, what that allows me to do is if I zoom out a little bit, I can now go up to I'm in pan mode, and let me get out of that button, and I can go now to orbit, and that allows me to view the model three-dimensionally. I can get back into pan view and scroll around. I can zoom into some things and see that, oops, maybe we have a little bit of a conflict here. So that's one of the nice things about the solid mode, is allowing you to really see what's going on with your model, how each of these systems interact with one another. Once I'm done looking in model view, in solid view, I can always get back to my zipper and turn solid off, and then it turns into wireframe. That can be a little bit daunting looking at wireframe here. So one of the things that we can do is get up to this zipper. This is zoom extents, but if we pull this out, we can go back to a specific isometric view if we choose, or just simply go back to a top-down view. So just kind of showing you what options you have with the zippers, and a little bit more about some layers as well as some visibility of the model and the points that are in your job file.